Hey, Jess. Okay. I haven't pushed the assignment up. You want me to just go ahead and do it now?
Yeah, I also have the during class module, the live class. I have it on an edit screen right now,
Okay.
so I will save it and they can access it there as well as the assignment page. And if they click on the quiz, it just won't be available yet.
Right. I mean, I don't want to be explicit. They need to be able to get the assignment
Right.
from um as they normally do, right? So let me just make sure that it's updated. And why did it not?
Will you make me a co-host when you can?
Yeah. Okay. Mm.
I'll let them in right at 6:30, okay?
Okay. Oh, you're gonna turn the chat off?
I will once
I
they're
would
in.
just turn it off now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, are you logged in twice?
No.
Okay, so we're waiting on one then. We're just gonna wait 1 minute and then we'll get started.
Is the chat disabled because we're taking a test?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna ask
Ju-
that as well. Just wanted to wish everybody good luck.
Are we doing the lesson first?
I was just gonna wait a minute and then we'll get started. I'll go through the schedule in just a second. Was that Andrew? I don't know who asked the question, but I just.
Oh, yeah, I would just looked at the schedule that was posted. It said we were doing a 25-minute lesson first.
Just let me know when you're ready.
You want me to?
No, I'm just gonna
open
make,
it?
I'm just gonna go through some announcements and then we will.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I did change today's schedule around a little bit to try to accommodate nerves and just make sure that we have enough time for everything, just in case there were some glitches. So we will be doing the coding assessment first, then we're gonna take a 10-minute break. And then we'll come back and we'll chat a little bit and then we'll either do the lesson or the multiple choice quiz. Jessica and I will decide together on that. Jess, whenever you're ready. So everyone needs to keep their cameras on. Obviously, if you have a, like just general question at this point, you guys can ask general questions. But other than that, please try to respect everybody's concentration at this point and stay muted. You're going to have 50 minutes to take the coding assessment. The link will close to submit the coding assessment. The coding assessment is just like you guys have been doing homework. You will accept your assignment and then go from there. The one ask is do not push your code back up to GitHub until 5 minutes prior to the ending of the 50-minute session. Jessica will let you know when to push back up to GitHub. Okay, does everybody understand that? Can everyone put a thumbs up in the window, in your window, to let me know that you do understand what I'm asking? So I should see 33 thumbs ups. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, the other thing is please read the instructions carefully, including the README, while you're going through your assessment. There are specific instructions, obviously, and you, as you guys have figured out that there are instructions. You start with the README, then that takes you to your assignment, and then you go back to the README. Please follow the instructions. Okay. Okay, at this point before Kat, go ahead.
Where's the assignment in Zoom or not in Zoom in Canvas?
It's not posted yet. I'll let
Okay.
you know when it's ready. Okay. Okay. Sky,
Yeah, will we be giving like 5-minute, 3-minute notice?
like I just said, you'll be given a 5-minute notice. At that point, you can then push back up to GitHub. Until we let you know, please do not push up to GitHub. Okay. Again, my instructions are, make sure that you are going through the README, reading the instructions, following the instructions, doing the instructions in the README, completing that, also completing your instructions in the assignment, the exercise itself. Okay, you are not pushing to GitHub until 5 minutes are up, Jessica will post a notice when the 5 minutes window is open and you can push up to GitHub.
So I was asking, I understand those instructions. I was just asking like a 5-minute notice, as you're saying that that notice is going to come to us when we can push up to GitHub. But I was just asking like notice in general, 5-minute, sort of 3-minute for those who have anxiety about testing, like just give it a holding time for us. That's all.
Okay, so I'm clear about what you're asking. Do you want us to give you a 3-minute notice that the 5 minutes is about to come up?
No, after the 5 minutes elapsed. Then
Oh,
if it-
sure, absolutely. Yeah, cool, no problem. Again, I want to reiterate here. Like, if you get to a point where, do your best. Like, you know, if you can't get the unit test to pass, like, do your best debugging, you know, like, don't stress out. I want you guys to put your best foot forward. If it's not, you don't get, you know, the unit test to pass. This is a collective, you know, decision as to like your assignments that you've put forth. It's a knowledge building assessment. So please don't stress. Okay. Like I don't want people stressing. Just do your best. We have someone. How do we have 37 people here?
Yeah, you gotta only be logged in once.
Whoever's logged in twice, please log off twice. You should be logged in as yourself and zooming from the computer you're coding on. Still have 2 extra logins here. Who's logged in twice? Can someone raise their hand and tell me who's logged in twice? I got 1 more. James, while we're waiting, you had a question.
And then just clarifying, no matter where we are in our thing, even if we can't get to the unit test at the 5 minutes, push it anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Sky,
yeah,
You're not saying logged into Canvas, right?
pardon?
You're not saying logged into Canvas, right?
No, somebody's logged into Zoom twice.
Somebody is logged into this session twice.
yeah. Usually but I'm not tonight, so no culprit. But I zoom in from my one computer because I code on my other.
Okay.
Is it going to
All
be
right.
necessary?
Wait. Can we take this to a different, we need to get going, and Sky, we can take this to like a separate conversation. Who's logged in twice right now? All right, we'll figure this out later. Okay, any other questions before we get started? No smile. No, you know, Hail Mary passes here.
I was
Donald?
having a problem earlier cloning a repository. I know how
Okay.
to do it, but I was cloning it into my exercise file
Mhm.
and it would not do it, but I have a bunch of repositories cloned in that file. Is that the problem?
No.
Okay. Well, if it does the same thing, I'm just going to clone it in a different
Yes.
directory.
Do
Okay.
it. Yeah, do it. Do it in a separate, totally separate place. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So at this point, Jessica, can you make an announcement?
Yeah, you guys can go to the live class during class module, and you will find the link for your coding assessment.
And just so you know, as soon as, I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's also available in the assignments section in Canvas. Week 3, day 4, during class exercise coding assessment.
Says
Christian.
denied for me.
You might need to refresh your page or log back in.
Is anybody else having that? Has anybody been able to gain access to it? How about we start with that? Anyone had success yet? Donald, you're okay? Katie, you're okay? Kevin?
Is it the week 3 day 4, right?
Yeah, week 3, day 4B,
During
B.
class.
during class.
Yeah, I'm still getting denied. I'm gonna try to log
Alright.
out. Go back.
Anybody have success
Getting
yet?
that too.
All right, hold on one second. Just- Sometimes it, when we change access, it,
I'm sorry, is it the Thursday, September 14th control structures loops?
okay, can you guys try now?
Mm.
And once somebody has success, can you please let me know?
Is it the control structure loops?
Still not working.
I
Oh.
logged out, and logged back in. I'm still getting denied.
Are we doing the exercise, I mean, the coding or the multiple choice?
You guys are doing week 3, day 4 during class assessment, not multiple choice.
I've still
Is-
got access.
Yeah,
I still get access
Same.
denied.
same.
Jessica, can you log in?
Yeah, let me log in
I'm
as a
sorry,
student.
guys.
Hold
Just
on.
bear with us. Sometimes the access gets wonky.
The suspense is literally killing me.
All right, I'm gonna put Jessica, what if I just put the link in chat?
Yeah, I don't know, it should be working. Is it working for you?
Well, it's gonna work for me no matter what because I'm an admin.
Can you see a student view?
No matter what, it's gonna work for me
Okay.
because I'm a GitHub admin. I'm an owner of the GitHub. All right, I'm gonna post the link in, can someone volunteer and be the guinea pig? I just need one person. I don't want everybody. I want the only person to click the link is to be the volunteer. Okay? Who wants, Paul, I see your hand is up. Okay, hand's not up anymore. Who else's hand was up? Wesley, you're gonna click on the link. I'm just putting the chat. Can you share your screen? I apologize.
Yep, give me, click the link and then I will share the screen.
Did you get the welcome screen? You're good?
Looking at it now. Yep, I do see it.
Okay. You don't have to share as long as you see it.
I'm going to share. Oh, yep, and I'm sharing the screen, so. Let's see.
Jessica,
There we
you
go.
no, you're good. You can close this.
Okay.
Yeah, Jessica.
Yeah.
You probably need to update the link.
It's not, they're getting locked out of Canvas, not the link, right, you guys?
No, when they click the link, it's giving them a 404 error.
Who's got this up there? Oh.
It's
basically saying access denied.
For GitHub, right?
On Canvas.
Just on
It's
the
saying
course
access denied for the-
itself.
Yeah, for
Okay,
the
so
assignment.
if you click on the assignment in the link in chat, is it letting you in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Use that one. Wesley, you still have your hand up.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay.
Disregarded.
Everybody else needs to mute. If anyone else is getting a 404 error after clicking the link in the Zoom chat, please raise your hand. Sky. Wesley, your hand is still up.
I'm working on it.
Okay, all right, it's fine. I just want to make sure that you are okay. Jessica, you just need to update the link. That's probably the issue. So because I have no hands up, that means that everybody is able to access the link.
No, I had to log in on the other, since I don't have the link. You have to put it in the chat. I just logged in. The chat is empty for me. All right,
Okay,
thanks.
Isaac,
I can't click on that link. I can't copy it. I can't click on it. I can't do anything with it.
all right, I'm gonna put it in an instructor announcements in Slack, okay?
All right.
It won't open for me either.
Mine's the same with configuring your repository now. May
Okay.
take a few minutes.
Okay, then it's just taking a minute. That means it's opening it for you. Paul, you had a hand up?
Yeah, can we start?
Yes, please start.
Oh.
You said 15 minutes or 40 minutes? I'm sorry.
50. 50.
Thank you.
Whoever, Stephen,
I cannot get in the link.
did you go to the,
I clicked on it in chat, and then that was as far as I got after.
I put it in
instruct.
I clicked look in instructor announcements. I put it there.
Okay, I will look there now. Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm in.
Jessica, Jessica, can you please mute? I don't know what's going on.
If it's about me, I got a notification saying that the host wanted to unmute me.
Paul, do you have a question?
I do. When it says print a statement explaining each step required to find and complete the technical assignment.
No,
does that-
Paul. Okay, can you ask me in Slack?
All right, will do.
I'm not crazy, right? Hey, Paul asked a question about this last, um, If anyone has a question, you can Slack me.
Okay, I'll do that.
There are 2 minutes remaining. Please push to GitHub now. Canvas is also working now.
Hey Jessica, I was sent you a message on Slack. I was waiting for your response.
Okay, I'll respond there.
I just want to make sure that everybody is pushing to GitHub, whatever you have.
If you pushed already, can you go off camera?
Yes, and we're gonna be taking a break until 7. We can take a break until 7:55.
All right, thank you.
For those of you who have not left, if you've already pushed to GitHub, can you just raise your hand before you go off camera? Actually, raise your hand in the Zoom. Okay, and then you guys can go off camera. Leave your hand up. And then when you come back from break, put it back down. If you guys have questions, put them in chat.
We don't have any more time for the test, though, right?
That's correct. Test is up. So for these of you guys who have not raised your hands, have you guys pushed? James?
I'm pushing as we.
Okay, because I'm about to close the
Forgot-
link, so,
I forgot to add the little B and week to add it. And week 3, day 4B.
okay, can you do that real quick? Because the link is gonna automatically close in a minute. Actually, 2 minutes, so. I don't know who's speaking, so. Say your name, if you're speaking, say your name first, so. I
This is
know who's-
Bennett.
Hey,
this is
Bennett.
Bennett. Hey, what time does our break end?
7:55,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. You guys can go off camera if you guys, are done. I mean, if you've already pushed. Naima, have you pushed already? Her camera just went off. Patrick, have you pushed?
Yeah, I have.
Okay,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. I just want to make sure. I keep hitting that button. I'm sorry. Just ignore me. So I've got Eugene, James. James, you're done. I see that it's pushed. Okay. Donald, where are you? Let's see. Eugene. Not pushed yet. Sky.
Anybody know how we submit our screenshots?
As you guys return, you can put your hands back down, unless you have questions. Okay, everybody should be back. We're not gonna take questions at this point. We're like totally run out of time at this point. So we're gonna go straight into the multiple choice questions. Okay, can you guys put your hands back down? And then the multiple choice question is gonna be 20 minutes. The lesson for today is going to be pushed to Monday, and it's gonna be today's lesson as well as Monday's lesson, and we will not have breakout time on Monday. So it'll be 2 lessons put together on Monday. And then the multiple choice questions will be 20 minutes. Again, the same thing. When you're done with the multiple choice questions, can you please turn your camera off and put your hand up? Okay. 17 questions, and it's Jessica, can you come off mute, please?
Yes,
I have
the quiz is located in the live class module during class.
Okay, Donald, can you turn your camera back on? Brendan and Kevin, do you guys have questions before we take the quiz? You just have to put your hand back down. Perfect. Okay, so again, you're gonna take your quiz through Canvas. Then when you're finished with your quiz, you can turn your camera off and put your hand back up. We're gonna come back here at it's a 20-minute quiz, right, Jessica?
Yes, 20-minute quiz. So
Okay, so at
8:20.
Okay, so 8:20. Please come back here. Or turn your camera back on. Okay, go ahead.
You have 5 minutes remaining for the quiz. You should all be done with your quiz now. You can turn your videos back on. And you can put your hands down. Congratulations. That part's all over. I know it was stressful.
The quiz is now closed, so. Please don't try to resubmit your quiz. It's closed at this point. It's not going to submit. If you haven't submitted at this point, please don't submit it. Okay, James. You're muted.
He didn't have a question. I
Oh.
think his hand was up from
Okay,
before.
so we're just gonna chill at this point. We're not gonna do anything. So the floor is open to questions. Just raise your hand. Brendan.
Yeah, the quiz was great. The technical portion was quite interesting. My input output was working in the terminal, but the problem that I have is the same problem I had with Jessica during one of the office hours where, while everything was working and the code was syntactically correct, there was still an X that was being thrown to me in the once I pushed up the code, right? And I think it has something to do with the comments, perhaps. It just has me a little bit concerned. And I just wanted to maybe throw that out there, get a few thoughts on that, how that may affect the result.
Well, if the unit tests passed and you did the README correctly and you provided your successful unit test, the unit test that's in your terminal is exactly the unit test that's up on GitHub. So if your unit test is passing 99% of the time on local, 99% of the time it's going to pass on GitHub remote. So, I'll look at the code. I'll take a look at why it's not passing, but it's unlikely that it's actually passing locally, that it's not passing online. So did you take a screenshot of your unit test passing as the README requested? So we can look at that?
Yeah, I did in fact take a screenshot of that. I took a screenshot of it. I mean, and it did not pass. The unit test did not pass. However, the code was syntactically correct.
Okay, well, that means that it's not correct based on what the test is asking.
Okay.
The unit test is written before the questions are asked, just as you would do in a real world scenario. So before the code is written, your unit test is written. So because the expected output is what you're looking for. So
your syntax could be correct, but it's not matching what the output of the test is. You could have correct code, but that doesn't mean it's the correct code that the question was asking.
So we'll have to look at what it is that you put in and then go from there. And again, it's based on the overall code and does it fall in line with your code that has been submitted from week 1, day 1 through now. So we'll go from there. Kat, you have a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering, so obviously based off what we put up, any errors or anything, would you guys be telling us where we messed up, where we need improvement?
So what we'll provide is the grading system that I put in instructor announcements. I don't know which one of the teaching team is going to meet with the students that will not be continuing and discussing what opportunities are, which opportunities, and there are going to be opportunities for those who are not going to continue with the program, this program, but which opportunities are available so you can build skills to continue in future cohorts. So
Okay,
it's
awesome.
not a closed door. I don't want people to think it's a closed door, but what you can do to improve your skills so you feel more comfortable for future cohorts.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world if doors are closed. I just personally want to know where I need improvement, just so I can grow myself. That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. No other questions? No?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt the individuals
okay.
who had their hands up, but when will the results be posted? I think you probably might have just said that, but and also I'm looking at the Slack and I see that there are 3 criteria here: displayed competency, moderate performance, and limited performance. Which of those will the individuals who fall into which of those will get to move forward, for lack of better terminology?
It's actually dependent on which part of the exercise did not pass, right? Or did not, is it consistent? So typically it's going to be the last group that does not continue. But there are a lot of factors here.
And when will that result be?
Oh, I'm sorry. You asked
provided?
2 questions. You're correct. I'm sorry. I apologize. We hope to have conversations with everybody that is not moving forward by on Monday, before Monday's class. Donald.
What if we bombed this test, but we've done good in the class so far?
Again, I think we are going to look at everything that has occurred. What we're looking for is, can you be successful based on what has been put up, exercise wise, through the next 13 weeks, which are going to be significantly faster paced than they are now. So we want to put everybody in there, in the best position to succeed and feel good about it. And this is, again, I want to say this is not a reflection on your own ability. It's just putting you in the right place at the right time. And it may be now or maybe at next cohort. But we just want to make sure that you're in a position to succeed and do well and feel good about it. River.
Sorry, let me, before you, River,
Mhm.
before you go, just because we have 1 minute left, if anybody has to leave.
And,
right
and
at
I'll stay for a
8:30.
few minutes. Like, if you guys need to jump off, please feel free. I know it's been a very long night, and I give kudos to all of you guys for sitting through a test, and that was not easy. But please feel free to jump off. Jessica.
So we didn't get to lecture today. In the module, you'll see as usual, there's an after class quiz and mini quiz, and then your after class exercise. I'm going to reassign those, if you will, for next week for Monday. So the due dates will get pushed forward. So don't worry about those right now. And we'll begin the lecture that was for today for next week. So make sure you review the pre-class work for today's class and next week for Monday's class, because it will be on both topics.
Andrew, go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh, not sorry that Jessica did that announcement, but sorry that we made you wait.
I interrupted you, sorry.
So you've basically answered this, but basically if you look at, let's just say your unit tested and passed, but you're able to look at our code and see that we're on, the right track, and everything else has been tracking for the most part. It's not like a shut door necessarily. It's kind of like over.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yes. Amanda.
Yeah, so how does this come into play? Like, meeting with our advisors, like, we have appointments with them, or Archana, I made an appointment with her, say I don't
Yes.
go. How does that?
We are still working through the logistics with PDP. Just because you're not continuing with the technical side does not necessarily mean that you won't continue with PDP. We're still working through those logistics. We will have that information in hand on Monday for anybody that's not continuing with the technical side.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sandra.
So when you say that not continuing with the technical side, you mean for this cohort right now? That doesn't mean we have no chance of getting to do the flagship or anything later.
I want to be very clear here. The door is not closed if you do not continue with this cohort. If you want to participate in tech pathways in the next cycle, you're welcome to. If you want to, when flagship comes around, if you want to put the time in doing self-learning, you're welcome to, I don't know what the process is for applications for flagship yet. We haven't gotten there yet. The door is not closed to JTC. And we will have all that information as far as, what those steps are, and more clearly on Monday. It's just, I don't have those, the logistical answers yet. And I'm sorry, I apologize that I don't have those, but we will.
I'll say no apologies, but I just wanted to make sure that it's clear because, I've been interacting with JTC since last year. I went through the whole, what was that old testing system that you guys had, the old assessment system? I can't remember it right now. It's out of Russia, and it was so hard, so crazy. But JTC, every step of the way, keeps in touch, lets me know what's going on, and has made it abundantly clear. And I just want to make sure that everybody, all my peers, understand that too. Like, the door is in no way closed. Like, it's just not yet, if we're not ready yet. But don't be afraid to go out, do Coursera, self-learn, and apply for or get into the next technical course.
Mm-hmm. Or come back to next go here. So when you're more ready. So okay. So it's 8:34. Like, if someone wants to jump off, I'm like, I don't want to keep people if you don't want to, but if people want to ask more questions, you're welcome to.
I have
I'm gonna. Yeah, who's speaking?
Rico. I heard you say something. I don't know if it went over my head or not. You said the bottom group. A second.
And I don't want to use the bottom group. The ones that are what is
I'm sorry, somebody. There we go. Yeah, you talked about so is there? It raises the question: is there a certain number of students you guys are looking to advance?
No, there's no number of students. It's based on, are you at the level of knowledge and ability to move forward, and really to succeed in a healthy way, right, and feel good about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rico, the bottom group, she was referring to the grades. There's 3 categories of displayed competency, moderate performance, and then limited performance. So it's a difficult question to answer because it's not black and white, but students that fall into the limited performance group, that's what she called the lowest group, will tend not to proceed with the technical content. But again, even that is not cut and dry.
And I
I
did
got
not use that term, somebody else did, so.
I got you.
Yeah.
All good. Thank you guys. Girls too.
All good. All good. I know it's a lot of content. It's you know, it's overwhelming sometimes. So I understand. I mean, I've been through it. So what else? What else? I mean, it doesn't have to be about this. If there's something else you want to ask, please ask. Open book. No. Yes. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Wait.
Oh, someone said have a great weekend. I was just responding to chat. I wasn't jumping on.
No, wait. I've been
Question.
the thing. Someone started. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do your thing, Scott.
Oh, someone started talking and I pressed mute and I lost track of fucking time. This is over?
What is over?
This test. The 5-minute warning was already given.
We've been over for 17 minutes.
You're talking about the quiz?
Yeah, it's been closed for 17 minutes.
It was a 20-minute quiz for 17 questions. Yeah. You're on mute if you're talking.
Yeah, I just totally went into it and just muted him, and I just did myself a disfavor with that move because I see people moving in the background and I just
You may want to I can't hear anything.
Your audio's
your
not.
connection is sketchy, is scratchy.
when someone started talking on the
Asha.
Yes. Who's
Question.
speaking?
Eugene.
Eugene. Okay, sorry.
So look, no excuses, right? Don't make excuses. I reached out to you immediately. My computer froze.
Yeah, I gotcha. I see it. I'm good. I understand.
I just wanted to like make sure, like, cause I don't make excuses, right? I didn't finish, but I was confident in what I was coding. I ain't the fastest coder, but I'll panic, not gonna hold you. Like I was like confused. Like the multiple choice was cake.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, like that was.
It was deliberately meant to not, like to make it was deliberately written to make everybody comfortable, right?
That was the multiple choice was. I just feel like that was like y'all gave that away, right? But obviously, like everybody codes at their own speed. But once my computer had shut off, I just wanted to let you all know, like I did reach out. Yeah, my bad for that. So, but I do appreciate y'all. Hopefully,
and that's why, I spoke about this the other day, right? The evaluation is simply not based on just this, right? It's based on like the work that you've put in, what we gauge as your knowledge base when we're asking questions in class, those types of things. Like, where are you in absorbing the information and applying it, right? So because we know, number one, that people are adults, right? It's hard to take tests. It's hard to be in this environment. You're distracted. There's people around you, et cetera, et cetera. It's not the easiest thing to do. So taking that all into consideration, it's like, yeah, it can't just be based on cut and dry. And that's what Jessica keeps saying is it's not a cut and dry decision, right? And so we are very cognizant of that. and I want people to succeed, and I want people to take that next step. So this is not, hey, there's a number out there that we're expecting to keep or not keep. That is not the case. It is not the case.
We're rooting for you and the
Everybody,
whole
like we
JTC
could keep
team
everybody.
really
We would
is.
keep everybody.
No, I get it.
Like I'm really excited to go look at everybody, like look at everybody's work, and I'm hoping that that everybody tried their absolute best and can go on. Really, we want you guys to succeed. We're not looking for excuses to like weed people out. There are programs and things in life that exist like that. This is not one of them.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like again, whether I move forward or not, I appreciate you both, right? And I'm going to continue because I'm not a quitter, right?
Right. And
so, and I self-learn anyway. Like I'm learning React as well, this right now on my own. So I'm whether I get through this or not, I appreciate y'all.
Awesome. And we appreciate you guys being, it's a lot of, the commitment is massive, right?
Yep.
It's a lot of time. It's, the expectation is high. So just take a deep breath. And like, don't assume that you're not going to be here on Monday.
I know.
Like all of, like anybody, like, I would say that to everybody, like, don't assume, right? Feel good, right? That's what I would say to like, if people were all here, I would say, don't assume you're not going to be here. So.
Yep. Well,
yeah.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good night and even better weekend.
You too. We write all weekend. We write lessons all weekend. So I'm not complaining. It's my job. I love it. It's all good. Okay. Bye guys. Bye Eugene if you're getting off. Okay. I've got lots of people here with E's in their names. It's awesome. Okay, who's next? Who else has a question? Lots of quiet.
Yeah. Okay, this is Eddie. I'm just gonna say goodbye. I like to wait and listen for what questions get asked and hear the answer. But thank you for everything.
And I saw your question about not seeing the README. It's not like not seeing the README part. It's not like cut and dry. Like I would not feel like all weirded out by not seeing the README part. Like don't feel weird about it.
Oh, okay.
Like, don't feel pressure about it. Like not seeing that part, it's okay.
Yeah, it just gives me sometimes when themes are repeated to me multiple times and I hear them and I make a conscious effort, like, okay, I got to make sure I'm on that point, and then I fail to do so in certain situations. It just really.
But we want you guys to get in the habit of, you have to read the README. Have to.
Yeah.
Like every time.
Yeah. Well, my problem was that I didn't go to the last two lines. That was literally my problem because my terminal was open. No excuses. But I didn't read the whole.
And like you guys are going to start writing READMEs for yourself, right? And then you write and how to write an effective README, right? And because you're going to be writing instructions to people about how to run your own apps, right? How do you run your own app? How do you get people to successfully launch your app? So having a well-documented README is quite the skill set, right? So it's, again, getting into that mindset. We're trying to get you guys in that mindset of, these are the habits of, think like an engineer, right? The README is, and the instructions, again, these are all skills and tools that you will use every day as an engineer. So we're just trying to get you there, right? Not trying to nitpick, not trying to like it's a little thing. You forgot to, okay, no big deal. Just, brush it off and say next time it'll happen.
Well, to that point real quick, just a brief anecdote. When I was working through the assessment, I went through it, right? I passed the unit test. And then I was like, wait a second. Let me go back and read the instructions one more time carefully. And I noticed that I used one language construct in a place where the instructions were very specific in the language that you need, even though it would still pass the test because of the output, the instructions specifically said use concatenation. So it's soaking in, right? I'm getting used to the habit, and I fixed it and pushed the second commit. But
and the unit test actually doesn't test for everything that was asked for in the assignment, in the exercise. So that's the
noticed
estimate. It may get a green check mark, but it does, it's actually about half of it does not get tested for. So
Just for what it's worth too, I appreciate the assignments. Like I know they're probably not easy at all to write, but they're super useful in really locking in this material. At least it
well, I'm
has been
glad.
for me.
I'm
Yeah.
glad.
I appreciate that. We spend a lot of time doing them.
Yeah,
Sorry, like we know
well
that
crafted.
sometimes there's typos and we miss it and
Oh, yeah, we do it multiple times and then kick ourselves if we find like something that's not clear. Or, yeah, we work
I've
hard.
been enjoying them. Yeah, they're very beneficial to me. Yeah, definitely for what it's
Okay.
worth. But I don't want to take any more of you guys' time up. So have a nice evening and
Okay.
weekend.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Good work. Alrighty. Okay, if nobody else has questions, we are going to jump off.
I'd like to have a moment with you if I could.
Yeah, is it Jessica can stay or you want Jessica to
Please.
jump off?
Yeah, both
She can
of you,
stay or
please.
you want her to jump off?
Both of you.
We weren't clear on what you said, Sky.
Do you want me to?
Both of you, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, both of you, please.
Okay.
Okay.
So, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the course, everything that you all have done. I told, I want this. It's totally on. I pressed the mute button and some people started talking, and I totally just zoned out, and I lost time. I have the screen, and I'm not hearing anybody talk. That's when I pressed on mute, and you were like, "Have a nice weekend." You said something, and so I'm like, "Wait, I just missed this whole exam." And of course, I'm just working, and I'm working out of time, without a sense of time, right? And that's on me. I do want to say this, right? Because you're all really clear, like glitches with the software, with your computers, any of those sorts of things. Like everybody's showing up here understanding what they have to do. Tomorrow, I'm going in for throat cancer screening. That I have a full-time job. I took off today just to focus on this. I spent all day doing this, knowing that tomorrow my mind is going to be somewhere else, and even today my mind is somewhere else. And that's part of why it was just so easy for me to just like zone out and just not be aware of like time. And like, I don't know, I'm not myself. I'm so not myself, and I'm just in a position like to just receive this. It's okay. Like if there's some way that you can just receive this and clock me for half of what it's worth, I'm okay with that. And if that makes me in or out, that's fine. I didn't even have a shot at the multiple choice because I just totally zoned out. Like you said, 17 minutes later, I'm like zoning back into the world because I'm not in it. So I realize that's a lot to take on. It's just a course. It's not, managing my life for me, but that's just where I'm at. And
Okay. Well, I number one, I hope the best for tomorrow, number one. And I certainly understand that there are very, very serious things going on that are keeping you from what is happening in class becoming a priority at this point. But at this time, like, let's just play it by ear. Let's see what I haven't even looked at the assessment and the exercise, and we haven't even graded assignments yet. So for that are due to tomorrow. So we need that opportunity, and we'll go from there. Just at this point, focus on what you're doing tomorrow, and like either way, like Sandra said, and like we've said from day one, door is not closed. And the cycle comes back around, and if you're not in a place that we decide that, you know, it's best to come back, then come back then. But, you know, let's just see how it goes. I think we was. We can't hear you, Sky. So at this point, I think that what, you know, if you want to message Dario and just kind of let him know what's going on.
You hear me?
Now we can. We can't hear you now. My suggestion is
You can
to,
hear me
it's
now?
cutting in and out. We're just getting like every third, fourth word.
Uh, I think basically what I'm not gonna be able to submit it. Yes or no?
We can't hear you, Sky.
I'm not gonna be able.
So like I said,
yeah,
why
don't-
don't
I-
you
I'm sorry.
why don't you Slack Dario, and you can certainly copy me, and we can why don't we just chat after, you know, focus on your health and you know, just follow up with Dario on Monday.
Am I? Asha,
Sky, your video and your audio, we're
Yes.
not getting anything that you're saying.
We really can't hear you. We can absolutely schedule a meeting though, if you want to talk more like tomorrow, but I don't know if it's your connection or your Zoom, but we can't hear you and you keep freezing.
I'm gonna call on this other one, please.
Okay. But we've got to go. Like it's almost 9, so both of us have to jump off as well. So like I think that we understand that there's that you would like to stay in the program if you could. There's some serious personal things that are happening. And we do understand that. And that you'd like us to take that into consideration.
Can you please just let me enter the Zoom, please, just for a moment? 2 minutes, please.
Jess, can you see that? I can't see though.
All right. Yeah, thank you. So you can, we're good now, right? You can hear me now?
Yes.
All right, yeah, this is the computer I usually use, and I switched to this one just because it's a better for programming. But I basically, if I'm not able to submit anything tonight, then there's no real assessment of my ability to do any of this work.
The assessment period is over, so at this point, there is no makeup, and that was you cannot make up the exam.
Right. Good night.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Good night.
But please message Daria, okay? And we can go from there.
Good night.
Good night.